Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Victors Podcast. I'm Jeremy Brown, and that's it. The season is over. This coaching staff is done, and I'm done. Not only did you basically get rolled by an 0-5 Penn State team, this team actually regressed. Michigan actually regressed, which I thought is impossible. Also, does Don Brown even teach tackling to his players? Like, if he told me that there's no tackling drills during practice, then that would explain a ton. I would completely understand because now I see why the production on the field is so absolutely horrific. I actually cannot say a single good thing about anyone on this Michigan coaching staff except for maybe Ed Warner, who made do with, obviously his line, lost 4 guys to the NFL, and then now he has injuries, so he made do with that. And there were times when you could see where the running game really improved because the line was doing pretty good things. He's one of the only people that you keep around. And no more sticking up for Jim. I'm done. Even in your absolutely worst year, you can't lose to an 0-5 Penn State team, which actually looked on par with Kansas to be one of the worst teams in the country. And one of the only reasons I kept hope with this team is because we have the chance to improve, but somehow we just kept regressing. And Caden McNamara got injured, and as always, the only hope we had is gone. So let's start with the offense. And Josh Gattis is actually a terrible coach. All year long, it's been absolutely terrible play calling, horrid clock management, bad choices on starting players, and no changes. I don't really know what else to say about Josh Gattis. He's not the coach he thought he was, and yeah, it was a pretty immature hire by the Michigan higher-ups. The offensive line allowed Hassan to get over 100 yards, but overall was very inconsistent. Hassan was the only bright spot, and it didn't help receivers couldn't catch today, and A.J. Henning and Ronnie Bell are the only competent receivers with Giles Jackson gone. It's not the scheme, it's the coach, and Josh Gattis is pretty terrible. Fire Josh Gattis and Don Brown, which leads me to the defense. This defense continues to surprise me each week with the inability to tackle being the latest installment. They couldn't stop a 4th-string running back, tackle a QB, play any form of zone defense, and clearly lacked literally all the fundamentals of defense. For the 5th week now, Don has no working scheme. He can't come up with one. He can't fix problems. He develops new problems, doesn't teach fundamentals, obviously, and can't coach. Yes, he was good for 3 solid years, but once his scheme was figured out by Ryan Day in Ohio State, we never saw that again, and he has nothing else to lean back to. We've been saying this for 5 weeks. We've been saying this for 2 years. He's not good enough. He can't coach at a high level anymore. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Just fire him so I can just stop stressing over stupid Don Brown. And as far as Harbaugh goes, it's really hard to stick up for him anymore. Every Michigan fan wanted him to do good, obviously, but he just can't make it to the Big Ten championship or playoffs, and he can't get over the hump of Ohio State. His team lacks fundamentals, he has terrible coordinators, and he can't beat even the lower-level teams now, and that falls on him, as a coach and as a decision-maker. Michigan won't fire him this year unless he walks away, and our last 2 games, there's nothing that's going to change about our team. There's nothing that's changed in the last 5 weeks. There's nothing to lead me to believe that anything will change against Maryland and Ohio State. Maryland will light up our secondary, and if we don't cancel the Ohio State game, we'll lose by 70 or more. That's almost a fact that it will happen. I wanted to say it's a fact that we're going to lose by 100 or more, but that's kind of ridiculous. So let's just keep it at 70 or more for now. And I was hoping for progress, but it's only regression. Now with Kate hurt and even worse play by the team, you can only hope the OSU game is canceled. I'm Jimmy Brown. This is the Victors Podcast. As always, go Blue.